This morning on today's Real Estate, what banks really want. In today's tougher-than-ever lending market, how can you secure the financing you need to buy the home of your dreams? Well, today, real estate contributor Barbara Corcoran is here with the new rules of the mortgage game. Barbara, good morning.
Good morning, Al.
So right now, we're talking about historically low mortgage rates. Is that changing?
Of course that's going to change. What happened last week was a big event. Last Wednesday, the federal government took $1 billion off the table that used to buy mortgage-backed securities. That's going to shoot rates up. Everyone's expecting it.
Okay, so now trying to get a mortgage is going to be tougher. First thing you say, if you're trying to get a mortgage, good credit is a basis.
Good credit is always a basis, but now it's more important than ever. Right now, to get a good mortgage, you need at least 620 as a score on your credit report, and if you want to get a really good loan, you're going to need 730 as your score.
If you're a couple looking for a mortgage, they're going to use both of your scores?
They do. They look at both scores, but the truth is they're going to count only the lowest score. So if you're married to somebody that's got bad credit, you're both going to pay that price.
If you are married, can you not put somebody on the application?
If you could justify the mortgage based on your single income, certainly you can, but most people need both incomes.
Right. Now, okay, next one, down payment.
Down payments are higher than ever. Right now, you need 20% down to get a typical mortgage, unless you're going with the FHA insured mortgage, and then you'll need between 3.5% and 10% down.
And then what about income and your ability to pay off debt?
Well, banks are much more concerned than ever that you are not taking on more debt than you can justify or that you can handle. So today, you're going to need anywhere between, I shouldn't say you'll need, they won't allow you to spend anywhere over 35 to 55% on your mortgage.
When you're looking at your debt ratio, what about, you say one of the things you should do is hold off making big purchases.
It's very important because what banks will today do is if you go out and buy a car 30 days or within 30 days after you've bought the home or new appliances or new furniture, they'll come back and whack you and increase your interest rate. And a lot of people don't even know that.
Also, one of the things now, you've really got to have good documentation.
Documentation, you might as well rent a big van to carry all your stuff in because that's how much stuff that banks are asking for. Lots of paperwork.
In fact, those days, the liar loans, where you didn't have to really have documentation.
Those are the days when people believe that nobody lied. Today, people assume, particular lenders, that you're lying about everything. So you've got to document everything. Forget about trust. It's a thing of the past.
Now, what about jumbo loans?
Jumbo loans are very affordable today. That's the good news. They're under 6%. But the thing about jumbo loans is you're going to need 20 to 40% down payment and spectacular credit to get one.
And what qualifies as a jumbo?
Anything over 417. That was a trick question. I had to think on that one. Anything over $417,000.
And they want 20 to 40% down on
That's
these
a
things.
big down payment.
Okay, some mistakes you need to avoid. Like we already talked about, don't make any big purchases. You also say don't be late on your current mortgage.
No, you know what happens? The bank looks at the last 12 months to see how well you've been paying your old mortgage. You should be stellar in those last 12 months. And another tripwire that is in the way of a lot of people is if you change jobs and you haven't held your job for 6 months, you're not going to get a good mortgage rate.
Any help from Uncle Sam out there?
Yeah, there's help from Uncle Sam because the federal programs allow smaller down payments and they're more lenient in their credit ratings. But even the FHA is starting to up their ante on what they're expecting from the typical buyer.
A lot of good advice. Thanks a lot, Barbara.
My pleasure,
Good to
Al.
see you.